anniversary. Ow! Before we were married, we ran away together. Yes, yes we did. Okay, this sounds horrible, but it's true. This is actually so that we feel better when we eat like the brownies in a little bit. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That was less dramatic.
Okay, do more time. Let me go on the other side. That's my better side. This is my better side. Yeah, something like that. Anniversary. Ow! What?
I don't know. What is this for?
It's clearly for the
It's for, what's that?
Okay,
So it's our 17-year anniversary. Woo woo!
I know. Today is our 17-year anniversary. We've been married for 17 years, and we got married when we were 17 years old, so literally half of our life. Let's go eat breakfast. What'd you forget? This is the life of our marriage. Always forgetting something. Now we're ready.
Just so you know, if she poops through, it's not you.
If she poops through, I'll just hand her to you. That's funny. So we ended up getting coffee. We did have breakfast already, and we were gonna film so we started filming like all these things about how we met and where we got started, and then realized we were talking a lot. And then we were like, we just need to do that on our podcast. So you guys, we are coming out with a podcast really soon. And I think that's some of the first stuff we're gonna do is tell you guys our story, because it's gonna be podcast worthy. So we're in downtown Billings right now, and they do have some super cool like architecture and like some really cool buildings. Oh, Jace, you know what we gotta go get? You know what cookies we gotta get, but we can't get from here? Chips Ahoy. Memories. Okay, so we just got back to the hotel and we are having grain drink juices. This is actually so that we feel better when we eat like the brownies in a little bit. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Full of themselves.
Thank you to Northern for sponsoring this video and making this this week in extravaganza.
So it's like this. It's like, oh, thank you for Northern for not sponsoring this video and having us pay for $400. It's been great. Okay.
Okay, so Nisa, what do we have to say about
You
These
guys
aren't really our favorite. But
these are not our favorite cookies. Like, not only they're not my favorite cookies, but they taste so bad to me now. But
especially now, yeah.
they used to taste good. And this is an amazing story. So first of all,
but we have fond memories of them. So every time we see them, we talk about them and we reminisce a little bit. On
our anniversary, we'll usually get a bag of Chips Ahoy, but this is extra special because it's our 17-year anniversary. And here's the deal. You guys are gonna hear about the whole story on our podcast, but here's a quick, awesome story for you guys. Before we were married, we ran away together. Yes, yes we did. We hopped on a Greyhound bus, not even kidding you, and this is what we had.
Well, okay,
Chips Ahoy.
So quickly though, when we left, and when we were on the Greyhound bus, we had some food, but then we had a ration the Chips Ahoy because we lost some of the food underneath the seats. We didn't realize. We found it the last day when we got off the bus. But for an entire, was it 2 nights?
For 2 nights, so
we were working through. And then at the very last few, we're like, here, honey, have for you, have for
here's a little piece for you, but don't eat it all.
Don't eat it all. Enjoy the crumbs. Pause. Okay. Resume.
And resume. Okay. So yeah, so it's true. Like we had the bag of food, we get lost it, we had our Chips Ahoy, and we were like slowly eating these the whole time, and it just was like a memory for us of like how poor we were. And we had no idea, like we weren't married yet, so we had left because I couldn't go home. I came from like a horrible household. I like didn't know where I belonged. Jason was coming from like a dysfunctional house too. And well, it's true.
Okay.
Wow, we sound really dysfunctional. And then we ran away together. Okay, this sounds horrible, but it's true. It's true, we both did. We fell in love, probably over Chips Ahoy. And I mean, really, honestly, because that trip, that Greyhound bus trip was from Washington to California was 3 days and 2 nights, and that trip, I think that's when we bonded. Like,
well,
for real,
absolutely.
like, we stopped, like, we were gross and dirty.
We had the fireworks days, the end of the summer.
Yeah, we had the end of the summer.
And
I mean, you
then-
guys will hear all this in our podcast. Trust me, it's juicy. It's really good. But Chips Ahoy, we just had to share that with you. We got to California, and I think we were like probably on our last cookie, or I don't even know. It was like the last bite. It was like celebratory, probably. We were like, last bite for him. And then we got in a bunch of trouble, and you know.
Oh, we had shaky pizza.
The Shakey's Pizza thing. I can't wait to share that with you guys in the podcast. If you're watching this now, and then you listen to our podcast, wait for Shakey's Pizza, because I'm telling you, there's some really good stuff there. This is gonna be really
she's
fun.
like,
I can't
she's
wait.
all, hook me up,
She's like,
Mom.
where's my Chips Ahoy? But we're super excited.
We look blue. Why do we look blue?
Sorry for the bad lighting. It's like
Maybe if you get closer though.
Oh yeah, get closer. So there, lean in. We need a better tripod. Okay, for real though, like when we start the podcast, it's gonna be super fun because we're gonna be talking about how we met, all the different things that took place up until we got married, the first years of our marriage, leading into being parents, all the crazy mistakes and failures and happy joy, all that stuff that happened.
And then whatever else we think of.
And whatever else we think of. And 17 years of stuff. It's gonna be good. I'm excited.
Of our experience.
And hopefully encourage you guys through some of it. Hopefully, maybe, or maybe we'll just totally discourage you, but no. Just happy 17 years of Annie.
Oh. Annie? Who's Annie?
Annie, of anniversary. You still love me?
Only because I have to.
Oh my gosh, I still can't believe 17 years. It's so crazy.
Which is some of the stuff we're going to talk about in the podcast is the benefits of being
the benefits
married
of
young,
being
at
married
least.
young. Yeah. I mean, so you guys, if you're watching and you bet money that Jason and I were going to like not make it past 6 months.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, seriously, there were like bets going on. Like there were people that were like, no. Remember the Chips Ahoy story of running away together on a Greyhound bus with Chips Ahoy in our hand, and just imagine us doing that.
And thank you, Chips Ahoy, for sponsoring this video.
Just kidding. Thank you, Chips Ahoy, for sponsoring us for the last 17 years.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would have been awesome.
Here's your yearly paycheck.
Here you go.